Imagine walking across a sunlit field, the ground solid beneath your feet. Suddenly, the earth trembles, a deep groan, and the grass splits open. The soil vanishes, revealing a gaping chasm where there was none before. This isn't just a nightmare, these are sinkholes. Sometimes, when the earth opens, it reveals a piece of the past, a tomb, a sacred well, even a lost village. For explorers, it's the ultimate thrill. History, not in books, but right underfoot. The ground is a thin veil, separating our world from countless others. What you find at the bottom can be astonishing. It's one thing to see a pottery shard in a museum, it's another to find it where it was dropped thousands of years ago. These discoveries are raw glimpses into ancient lives, everyday objects of ordinary people. These moments change how we see the past, and ourselves. The next time you step outside, remember, history might be just beneath your feet. So, what is a sinkhole? At its core, it's a hidden cavity growing underground. It all starts with water. Rain seeps into the soil, picking up carbon dioxide and becoming slightly acidic. This acidic water dissolves soft rocks like limestone, gypsum, or salt beds, carving out tunnels and caverns over thousands of years. On the surface, life goes on. Trees grow, people build homes, unaware of the void below. The only thing holding up the surface is the cavern's roof, which can eventually become too thin to support the weight above. Collapse can be triggered by heavy rain, earthquakes, or even human activity like pumping groundwater. When the breaking point is reached, the ground gives way in seconds. A sinkhole is born. Some sinkholes form slowly, creating gentle depressions. Others collapse suddenly, swallowing cars and houses. These are nature's trapdoors, reminders that the world beneath our feet is always changing. There are different types of subsidence sinkholes form gradually, while cover collapse sinkholes are sudden and dramatic. Even a leaky water pipe can trigger a collapse. The process is slow, but the result is instant and shocking. Sinkholes are a powerful reminder. The ground we trust is constantly shifting. We may think the earth is solid, but it's always in motion, sometimes with spectacular results. And sometimes, those results reveal more than just empty space. In Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, the ground is riddled with natural sinkholes called cenotes. These deep, water-filled pits were the lifeblood of the Maya, essential for drinking, bathing, and farming. But cenotes were more than water sources. To the Maya, they were sacred portals to Xibalba, the underworld. Rituals and offerings took place at their edges. Pottery, jade, gold, and even human sacrifices were given to the gods. Archaeologists diving into cenotes have found treasures, intricate artifacts, gold from distant lands, and human remains. Modern analysis reveals these remains belong to men, women, and children, warriors, captives, and chosen individuals. The cenotes were places of life and death, where the spiritual and physical worlds met. These discoveries offer a chilling, intimate look into Maya beliefs and rituals. The cenotes weren't just wells, they were sacred, mysterious, and central to Maya civilization. Each artifact and bone tells a story of faith, fear, and the quest to connect with the divine. The watery abyss preserves these stories, waiting for the earth to open and reveal them. In the darkness of a cenote, the past is never far away. In 2016, a routine construction job in Rutland, England took a dramatic turn. A small sinkhole opened, revealing stone walls and a mosaic floor 10 feet below. Archaeologists soon uncovered a lavish Roman villa, lost for over 1,500 years. The mosaic depicted scenes from Homer's Iliad, a sign of wealth and education. This was no ordinary farmhouse, it was a grand estate, complete with barns, workshops, and bathhouses. The discovery showed that even in remote Britain, Roman elites embraced Mediterranean culture. The villa was abandoned as the empire crumbled, buried and forgotten for centuries. It took a random sinkhole to bring this piece of history back to light. The find was a snapshot of daily life, not just military conquest. It reminded us that history is full of surprises, waiting just beneath the surface. Sometimes, the earth itself decides when we rediscover the past. All it takes is a crack in the ground to rewrite what we know. In south-central China, colossal sinkholes called tiankangs, heavenly pits, plunge thousands of feet deep. Formed over millennia by underground rivers, these mega sinkholes were hidden for centuries. Modern explorers discovered entire lost worlds at their bottoms, isolated forests, rare plants, and unique animals. Each pit has its own microclimate, sheltering species found nowhere else. Descending into a Tiankeng is like stepping into a prehistoric world, untouched by time. But the most surprising finds are traces of human life, ruins of forgotten villages. Centuries ago, people sought refuge in these pits, building homes and farming in isolation. These settlements raise questions. Who were they? Why did they choose such a life? The Tiankengs are not just geological wonders, they're monuments to human resilience and forgotten histories. Nature and humanity both leave their mark in these hidden worlds. Each sinkhole is a time capsule, preserving stories lost to the surface. The heavenly pits remind us, sometimes, survival means disappearing from view, and sometimes, the earth keeps those secrets for centuries. Why would anyone build a city next to a giant hole? For ancient people, sinkholes were more than hazards, they were lifelines. In arid places like the Yucatan, cenotes were the only reliable water source. Settlements grew around them out of necessity. Over time, these practical needs became spiritual connections. The well that gave life became a sacred place. Sinkholes also offered natural defenses. Steep sides made cities harder to attack. In China, people even hid in massive sinkholes to escape danger, building new lives in isolation. To ancient minds, a mysterious hole was a place of power, a threshold between worlds. Temples and rituals at the edge of these voids were ways to harness that power. What we see as a flaw, they saw as a feature, a source of life, protection, and connection to the divine. The landscape shaped their beliefs and their survival. Sinkholes were at the heart of their world, both physically and spiritually. Sometimes the greatest strength comes from embracing the unknown. Every artifact pulled from a sinkhole is more than an object, it's a story. The Roman mosaic in Rutland was crafted by skilled hands, each tile a testament to pride and artistry. The Maya cenotes hold jade figures and golden bells, offerings that traveled great distances and carried deep meaning. Human remains remind us of ancient beliefs, sacrifices made in hope, fear, or devotion. In China's Tiankengs, broken pottery and collapsed homes speak of families who found refuge in the earth's depths. These stories are raw and personal, echoes of survival, faith, and daily life. Museums display artifacts, but finding them in the mud brings them alive. You can feel the presence of those who last touched them. History isn't just about kings and dates. It's about people, their struggles, and their dreams. Sinkholes give us a direct emotional connection to the past. They remind us that every object has a human story behind it. The earth preserves these stories, waiting for us to listen. Sometimes the most powerful history is found in the most unexpected places. Every sinkhole that opens is a lesson in humility. We build our lives on what we think is solid ground, but the earth's surface is thin and fragile. Beneath us lies a vast, unread library of forgotten stories. For every discovery, countless more remain hidden, waiting for the ground to shift. Sinkholes remind us that civilizations rise, fall, and are buried, never truly gone, just sleeping. When the past breaks through, it challenges our sense of permanence. The line between past and present is porous, full of surprises. A sinkhole is more than geology, it's a conversation between today and yesterday. The earth reminds us we're part of a much longer story. The next great discovery could begin with a single crack in the ground. History is always closer than we think.